Okay, guys, I am at home again today. We had a snow day today, so I figured I need to teach though. So, this should be the first page in your packet. For those of my um, students online, it I will be emailing these to your mom. She can print them off. I think this one doesn't have a number next to it, and all the rest of them do. So this will be the first one we were working on today. Um, I like to use calculators, and you can do a lot of math with calculators, but you can't do everything. You still have to know the process of what you're doing. And this is some higher level math. We are dealing with probability. Now, the probability is using a spinner, not gambling. The lottery, I'm trying to block the sunlight out with my head. That's why I'm acting kind of weird. Um, but probability is the odds. What odds do you have of winning the lottery? They aren't very good. Lottery is a lot more than just a spinner, but this is rudimentary. So, we need to learn this first. So, what do we have to do first in probability? Well, we got to find out how many numbers there are. So we go over here to and count the number of slices on the spinner. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to make a 6 over here. And we're making it on this side to because whatever our chances are going to be is out of 6. So, how many ones are there on here? Well, that's a 3. There's one 1. There's two ones. This is a 2, this is a 2, and this is a 4. So, how many ones are there? Well, there's two ones. So we have a 2 out of 6 chance of the spinner landing on 1. But because this says not, that means it wants to know the probability of it not landing on a 1. Well, we figured out it was 2 out of 6. So let's count the ones that aren't ones. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. So the probability of not landing on 1 is 4 out of 6. Now, we're going to do all the rest of these the same way. We're not going to do the entire thing because I want to show you guys each lesson. Now, hopefully, once we get through this, you can ask Alexa, which right now my Alexa is probably going off. Alexa, how's your day today? Alexa, how are you? Maybe she won't answer me. She probably knows that I'm teaching. Okay, well, it just took her a few seconds. The Alexa in class is much quicker. Okay, so number 2. What is the probability of the spinner not landing on 4? Well, we know it's still going to be out of 6. Now we go not landing on a 4. How many 4s are there? There's 1. Looks like there's only one 4. So there would be a 1 out of 6 chance of it landing on a 4. But it says again, not. So our answer would be 5 out of 6 of it not landing on a 4. That's important. So I want you guys to do the rest of these on your own. I'm just going to go down here, and we're not going to look at all the answers. Okay, so number 1 was 4 out of 6. And we got that right, 4 out of 6. Now it writes out of, but because my hand doesn't write real well on this, because I need my stylus like I usually have at school, we're going to call this good. So, this is a way of writing it. 4:6. And that's a way of writing probability. You can also write 4 out of 6, or you can write it as a fraction, 4/6. Because you have 4 out of 6 chances. You should get them. So, we're going to go on to our next one. So we are going to click out of here. Yes, we're going to leave. And we're going to go back. Then we do this. And we'll go to 1 because that would technically be the next one. Now we go print. Click on the pencil doohickey. And make my pencil a little bit bigger. Make sure on each page you put your name at the top. Remember, my name's Jonathan. Maybe I'll put Alexa on one of them. But what is the probability of the spinner landing on 2? Oh, now we got more spots. So that makes the probability even less. So we have 4, or we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spots. So we're going to make it, we know it's going to be out of 8. So what is the probability of the spinner landing on 2? Well, how many 2's are there? Well, there's 1, 2 here, no more 2's over here, and 1, 2 here. So that is a 2 out of 8 chance. So let's go down here to the bottom, and we go 2 out of 8 chance. You might have seen a little bit of the answer on the next one. The next one just wants to say, is there an equal chance of 3 or 4? Well, to figure out equal chance, we go, are there the same numbers of 3's as there are of 4's? So we have 1, 2, 3 4's. How many 3's do we have? We only have 1 3. So you wouldn't have the same chance. So the answer would be no. Now, I want you guys in the classroom be following along with Alexa as we do this. For those of you guys, for Gabe and Jacob online, you guys just keep doing this. Make sure you go back over it and that you understand it. The reason I'm pushing this so hard is because this is on the state tests. The state tests deal with probability, and we want to have our best chance at doing as well as we can on the state tests. Now, you guys in class, you guys will be doing these on separate days, unless you guys really get fast at doing this and you do them all fast, and then I might have to find more homework. Might send out my more homework to you two online, Gabe and Jacob, and we'll see. Anyway, so let's go on to our next one. I'm going through all of these like this, mainly so I don't have to record a different video for every day. If we want to, we can stop once per day. I do have a couple extra of these. We will have one extra at least because of a snow day today. We don't have school. Let's make sure Probability will be the same no matter if we're dealing with numbers or letters. This one we are working on letters, which is good. Remember, write your name at the top because I do not want a bunch of papers that you guys forget to put in your folders, and I don't know whose they are, so y'all flunk. But I don't want to flunk you, so let's not make it hard on me. Okay, what is the probability of the spinner landing on B? You do this the exact same. So we're going to count. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we know there's out of 6. Now, we just have to count up the B's. We have 1 B. We have 2 B's. We have 3 B's. Now, 3 out of 6 is a pretty good chance when gambling. Because you got a 50% chance then of winning or not. So, now what is the probability of the spinner not landing on E? Well, let's look at how many E's there are. There's 1 E. There's only 1 E. So you don't have nearly as good of odds because there's only one of them. So we're going to go 5 out of 6 are the odds that it will not land on an E. Let's go down here to check. Make sure Mr. Harper's not making a mistake. 3 out of 6, 5 out of 6. Good job, we did that correct. So, again, we're just going to go down. I'm pushing this so hard because this is a new concept. I don't know that we'll be using this concept next week. Because now that we're getting closer to the state tests, that means that we are getting closer to the state tests. So they're coming around the corner. It's almost springtime. After spring break, I think it's pretty much just testing for the remainder of the year. So we got to be ready. Okay. So I'm going to try introducing you to new concepts all the time because you guys use a calculator. Good. And I see no problems with using a calculator because you've always got your cell phone on you and it's always got a calculator. Even if you have an old-fashioned flip phone, which Mr. Harper is considering going back to so that you won't have to worry so much or won't be distracted so much. Okay, what is the probability of the spinner not landing on 1 or 4? Okay, so again, we'll count them up. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we go 8. Now, what is the probability of a 1 or a 4? So let's count up how many 1s. We have 1, 2, 2 1s. And there are no 1s over here. There's a 4, so let's go 4, 4. That's only a 2 1s and 2 4s, which actually, if you look right here, they're all up here. That's half, which 4 out of 8 odds is half. Let's go down to number 2. What is the probability of the spinner landing on 2? Well, we have 1, 2 2s. So let's go 2 out of, and again, we're going to have 8. Let's make sure that we did those correctly. 4 out of 8, 4 out of 8 and 2 out of 8. We did it correct. So, now we're going to go out of here, leave, then we are going to go here What is the probability of the spinner landing on E? Oh, here we're dealing with the letters again, but there are more letters. The more letters you have, or the more spaces you have, the lower or higher probability if there's more done, but if there's more of that particular, but usually the more of these there are, the um, lower the probability of landing on one would be. So again, let's count these. Let's make sure that that's there. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we know it is going to be out of 8. Now we're going to put down our colon. And what is the probability of landing on E? Well, we got one E, we got two E's. Looks like 2. So if we were to play 8 times, the probability is we'd land on E twice. Is that a guarantee? Of course not, but that's what the probability should be. What is the probability of the spinner landing on A or C? So we hush, Effie. What is the probability of the spinner landing on A or C? So what we do is we know it's going to be out of 8. So we go A. We go 1, 2, or C. So how many C's do we have? We have 3 C's. So that would be a 5 out of 8 chance. Okay, so yes, that looks like we did it correctly. So we're going to leave. And it looks like we covered all of them that we're going to do on probability. We might do some more on probability, but for now, that's as good. I don't know what we're going to be working on in social studies or science, because I didn't get down those what pages Christy put into your folders. I will send them to you guys in Florida. That's where our friends are from, or Florida. And then I'll try to do social studies and science later on this week. I will try to do I'll try to get a reading one composed here before too much longer, particularly for Jacob and Gabrielle in Florida. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching.